This house is being sold as an NFT in the crypto-friendly state of Florida. How is this even possible? How can you buy a real estate property using NFTs? What does this include? What does this mean for the real estate industry as a whole? And what are my thoughts as a real estate investor moving forward with blockchains, with cryptocurrency, and just buying property with these crypto assets? In today's video, I'm going to break down all of that. How is this transaction being facilitated? We're going to look at the property on Zillow, look at the pictures, what it offers, and I'm actually going to share my thoughts on how it affects real estate and real estate investing. So number one, this transaction is being facilitated by a cryptocurrency company called Proppy. Now, Proppy actually facilitated a NFT and real estate transaction a few months ago in the country of Ukraine, but this is the first time that they're coming to the United States to fulfill this transaction. So how is it being done? So essentially, what's happening is they're selling an NFT, right? And so the NFT gives you access to a US-based LLC. And then with that LLC, you own all the assets under that LLC, which includes the title or the deed of this particular Florida property. Right now, according to the legal framework of real estate transaction, a crypto asset or token cannot own a title to a property. And so to help facilitate that, you have to create an LLC in order to own that property, and that LLC is connected to an NFT. For example, like an individual can own a title to a house, a corporation can own a title to a house, but currently a crypto asset cannot own or hold a title to a property. Maybe that will change in the future with blockchain increasing that a token or crypto asset can directly own a real estate property without going first to establishing an LLC. So I hope that makes sense. So essentially, once you buy the NFT, you're owning an LLC connected to that NFT and all its assets under that LLC. So what does this NFT include? So this NFT or LLC includes all the paperwork surrounding this LLC, like your articles of organization, your operating agreements, your EIN numbers, other things like that. Of course, it includes the deed of the property. It includes the property picture, the NFT essentially, and you also get a mural done by a local artist around that area. Next, let's talk about the three parties involved in this transaction. So number one, you have the seller, the owner of the property, and her name is Leslie Alexandra. And she actually owns a crypto company and a real estate company. So she invests in both real estate and crypto assets. And then the second party is her real estate agent. Now, her real estate agent name is Amy Heckler of Heckler Realty, and they help with listing the property and everything like that. Now, the third party involved is Proppy. Now, we talked about Proppy. They are the one responsible for minting this NFT and also involved with setting up the auction for this property. So this property is being sold on an auction. So people bid their ETH or their Ethereum price for this specific property. And soon we're going to look on this auction page and look at the starting bid and different pictures of the property and other things and just some commonly answered questions that they have on their page. All right, you all, so now we're on the Zillow page of the property. So we have the address here and they have the starting price at $650,000. Now, this is a really great area in Florida. It's near St. Petersburg. Well, it's in the St. Petersburg area near Tampa Bay. And yeah, it's a really nice looking house. It's a Spanish inspired estate. The main house has 4 beds, 2.5 baths. And the back house, they have a separate garden suite that they call that has 1 bed, 1 bath. And so you all, with this specific property, I don't know in this area if they, allow people to do Airbnbs or do short-term rentals, but this is a really nice designed house. And this is just staging furniture, so this doesn't come with any furniture or anything like that. But it's a really nice designed house, as you all see, good quality materials. And on Zillow, I actually looked at houses around the area that sold. And what you could do is you can just click this map right here, go to lot lines, and it shows different sold properties around the area. And so like just on the block, you have 385, 303, a house sold up here for 495. And so this house is significantly more than the surrounding houses, but I did find another house that was for sale over that price. Let me see, right here at $749,000. So it's close to that price. But the square footage is probably a little different and other things like that. So even though it's one of the most expensive houses on the block in this area, I think it can still work and can probably still sell at this price. And so, yeah, that's some of the pictures of the property. You all can just look on Zillow. You can look on redfinrealtor.com to look at more information about this property and other things like that. And then we can actually look at its old picture. So if you go to Street View that they connect with Google Maps, this is what the house used to look like. So you see that right there. And so they did a lot of things. And so this is how the block looks like. Your typical Florida, block in this area. And so now we're going to look at the auction house for this property. It's by this company called Scene House. And they actually have their own crypto token if you want to invest with them called Scene. And so their starting bid right now is 218 Ethereum, which is current price is around $700,000, and we just saw on Zillow is being priced at $650. So I don't know if this is going to change over time, but bidding opens in around 19 hours. And so I'll keep you all updated on what I see happening with this property and if it's actually going to sell for a price that they want. And so if you want to bid on this property now, you have to realize that you have to submit your KYC information. This is just like verification information and other things like that associated with that. And then they have a lot of FAQs here that I thought was interesting and I thought will be valuable for this video. So they explain how the NFT is an NFT equivalent to a title. No, it's not, but the NFT owns an entity that owns the title. So essentially, yeah, you own the title. Maybe in the future, like I was saying, you can bypass owning an entity and just connect the NFT directly to a real estate title. And they talk about how everything is transferred and where this LLC is registered in Delaware. I'm not sure why they chose Delaware, which is the first state in America, which is interesting. And this is the first US based property being sold as an NFT. Another interesting thing that I thought you all would like to know is right here, can this property be purchased traditionally, like just with cash or whatnot, or will it be sold as an NFT? So say no. The property will be sold via auction as an NFT unless, here's the caveat, there are no offers at that point. It will be sold as a traditional transaction. So let's say at their minimum bid, they start at $650,000, which is equivalent to so many Ethereum, right? If they don't get any bids, then they'll just go the traditional route, list it with their realtor, and go that route. And I read on a news article and saw like a news segment, and they were talking about how they're already getting offers the traditional way for this property. So since they sold their last property through an NFT, I'm confident that they can probably sell this using an NFT also, but we'll see as only time will tell. What else is interesting? Okay, so the gas and transaction fee. So whenever you're buying things using Ethereum or minting NFTs, there's different fees associated with that. And Ethereum fees are pretty high, right? But with this transaction, it doesn't include, you don't have any additional transfer fees. So I don't know, like closing costs and other things like that, like realtor fees. Is that included in your bid price of a home? Is that included in the whole $650,000 and you don't have to shell out extra money for realtor fees or closing costs? But they said there's no additional owner transfer fees. So maybe all the closing costs is included in that, but you do have to pay like your Ethereum gas fees, which are pretty high. So if you win the bid at 700,000, you may have to shell out another, like 20, 30 grand in gas fees. I'm not sure exactly, maybe more or less than that. And another interesting thing with this property, with this whole transaction is that they actually have a certified crypto agent course, or certification that you can get. It's $500, but with it, it will allow you to sell properties. And I actually saw someone in my area here in Tennessee, like advertising that, like, hey, now I'm crypto certified to sell your property as an NFT. If anyone's interested, message me. So even realtors around my area are getting into this. All right, you all, so that's essentially how this house is being sold as an NFT. But how does this affect the real estate market as a whole? Well, I think blockchain is coming, it's here to stay, and learning about this process will be vital for you either buying real estate in the future or even investing in real estate. I do have some concerns and some questions just about the transaction itself, like just making sure property taxes are taken care of, all closing fees and real estate agent fees and all that jazz. And specifically wholesaling, how can you use this in wholesaling? You know, maybe you can still be able to buy a NFT under contract and then sell that NFT before you buy it. I'm not sure if this will be a way with wholesaling. Like, how can you wholesale a property that's being sold as an NFT? Or like, how can we get involved some way with no money down? Either you can be a certified agent, you can just take this course online, pay $500 and you can be a crypto certified agent, or you can just keep on investing in properties, make money, and then save that money and convert it to Ethereum and buy these properties. Because I think this property will do extremely well if it's able to be rented as a short-term rental around that area. It's close to a really nice beach, St. Pete's Beach, and it's just a good area, and people are trying to live in Florida for its tax reasons, business purposes, and of course it's really crypto friendly. All right, you all, I hope you all enjoyed this video about this NFT home being sold in America. Will it happen? You know, I can't wait to see the results of this auction. Like, will people actually bid on this property here in America? And what does that mean for like real estate market as a whole? And will the government step in, you know, regulate this process and this transaction? Will it help the real estate transaction? Will it decrease the time from buying a property, closing, and all the paperwork associated with it? Because it does seem easy that I could just buy a property with Ethereum and it will transfer me the LLC and it's done. And it's easy, simple like that. All right, let me know down below what you all think of this transaction. Comment down below, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace.